A riff doesn't need to be jiggly to rattle your bones, but Filter knew sometimes the most jagged edges were the smoothest hooks. From the first time Richard Patrick stepped away from 9 Inch Nails and cranked his own amplifier, the sound wasn't just rebellion, it was invention. And the wild part? They kept evolving, even when everyone else was stuck trying to copy their first formula. Take Hey Man Nice Shot. It starts like a warning, builds like a riot, and lands like a confession. Heavy guitars blur into feedback, drums lock like gears grinding against steel, and Patrick's scream cuts right through your gut. People thought it was glorification, but in truth it was commentary, dark, unsettling, and impossible to ignore. This wasn't just a song, it was an unflinching mirror. Play it loud enough and the air itself seems to flinch. Then comes Take a Picture. Suddenly the scream quiets, and the band lays bare something fragile. Inspired by one of Patrick's drunken escapades on a plane, it should have been a throwaway story. Instead, it became Filter's most haunting anthem. Layers of airy guitars and dreamy harmonies float above a beat steady enough to anchor your own regrets. It's the kind of track that makes you stop mid-step, realizing you've been carrying the same baggage they're singing about. The jiggly contradiction is that the man who once howled about tragedy could also whisper about vulnerability, and both felt equally true. Now spin to Where Do We Go From Here? Released in the early 2000s, it's the sound of a band asking the same question as its fans. How do you keep moving when the world feels like static? The guitars surge like waves trying to break a dam. The lyrics float in uncertainty, and Patrick sings as if he's pulling the answer straight out of your own chest. It's not polished pop, not industrial grit, it's something in between. The voice of a generation stuck between hope and burnout. Filter never played it safe. That was the secret. They built songs like little traps, some to shock, some to soothe, some to remind you that music isn't just entertainment, it's confrontation. Their genius wasn't about chasing a trend, but building spaces where you could wrestle with yourself and still come out humming the chorus. That's why they refused to fade. Because while other bands wrote songs, Filter built soundtracks for the moments you didn't know you needed music the most.